Okay, so today is the day of my Northskull collection launch. I'm so excited for this. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm just so excited today. The day has finally come where my Northskull woman collection has launched, and yeah, I'm just so excited. I'm really looking forward to seeing your feedback and comments on this because I think it'll be a good one. A few eagle-eyed amongst you have noticed that I've slipped a few pieces in over on my Instagram stories, and you've asked me where the pieces are from or if they're from my new collection. So I know that quite a lot of you will already like these pieces, and yeah, I'm so excited to share more. So this video basically is going to talk through the collection. It's going to be a kind of haul of the collection. We're going to talk a bit about the beginnings of it and the brand itself and how we got involved and just all the components to this collection. And oh, so excited, let's get into it. So if you didn't watch my initial YouTube video where I announced my launch, I just touched a bit on Northskull's past, and it initially started as a menswear brand. In 2009, it's stocked on some amazing sites. We've got Farfetch, Selfridges, Harrods, so it's a really acclaimed brand already and well established in the menswear world. And then in 2019, their first women's wear collection was launched, and then of course my collaboration came around a bit later after that. So that is kind of a bit about Northskull. They're a very kind of stylish, on-trend brand that is contemporary, modern and sleek at the same time. So I felt like it kind of fitted my style perfectly. So as I touched upon in the last video, this collection has been in the making for over a year now. It's weird that it's finally come together, but yeah, so exciting. But basically they reached out to me and I saw the pieces and saw their kind of aesthetic that they had. They were really keen to get my ideas, and so I thought it would be a great fit for us both to work together. So I went down initially last year to London to their offices to have a design meeting. I brought all my inspiration, my ideas, and kind of put my input in there, and then they obviously have more expertise in jewellery designing than I do, and they kind of made my ideas and style come to life in the jewellery, and I feel like it really fits seamlessly with my style. I think you'll be able to see that as we go on and talk about the collection itself. And then not too long ago, we went down to London to do a photo shoot, and there we kind of tried to capture the essence of the collection and what we were inspired by, which I'll talk about a little bit more in a minute. So I'll insert some cutaways of the day shooting, but it was a really fun day. We did a kind of behind the scenes video. Tim also got some behind the scenes bits and bobs, so you can just see a little bit more. We did imagery for the collection as well as a kind of video promo, so it was a really fun shooting day. We had a couple of the team members there, makeup artist, hair, videographer and photographer, so yeah, really had a good time there, and we got some great images for the collection as well. So that was kind of the process of it. We were kind of back and forth doing calls and emails and trying to curate the collection in between those times. Finally, it kind of all came together, and I think the photo shoot for me was that realization moment that it's actually happening and it's here. So that was just a little bit of insight into what went on behind the scenes and the process it took to get to this point. And then now obviously the collection is launched, so I'm going to talk a little bit more about our inspiration and how the collection was formed. So bringing the collection together, we got heavily influenced by the country of Morocco and the kind of naturally occurring shapes and landscape that is there. So the collection itself is called Sirocco, and that is a hot, humid wind that originates in the Sahara Desert, and you can see that in the shapes of some of the jewellery we've created. It kind of replicates some of those curves of the sand dunes in the Sahara, which is not too far from Morocco. The Moroccan influence you can kind of see right throughout the collection, from those kind of Berber baskets. We've got a lot of rope textures within the collection, and then also the shapes of the rings. You'll be able to see those details later, so you can really see that natural element coming through. And you'll probably have noticed, hint hint, the vase in the background, and if you've seen on my stories as well, some bits around the home, that I'm really influenced by that natural look right through to interiors as well. So I felt like it was a real kind of me collection in the way that it's been designed. So the collection itself, I will be talking about piece by piece. It has a lot of chunkier pieces in. You'll all know I love my chunky jewellery, some statement necklaces, earrings, but also some really, really wearable pieces as well. And that's what I like, is that they're all really unique but wearable at the same time. Prices range from $35 to $135, and they also ship worldwide, which I know a lot of you will be pleased to know. So I'm going to talk first about rings. I think I'll do it in sections, so I'll do rings, bracelets, earrings, necklaces. And the first thing we have are these beautiful ones I'm wearing here. Of course, you'll see them all nice and close up in the cutaways. So these you can actually buy singly or as a set of 3 together. I personally love having the 3 on. You can either wear them kind of stacked both on one finger, or you could wear kind of one on, I've got one here and then 2 here. So you could wear them kind of stacked like that. You can wear them just as individuals on all different fingers. You can wear them, you know, you could probably wear kind of all 3 on the same hand. These are actually, I think, one of my favorites. I'll probably say that about every single one. But what I love about these is the curve. As I was mentioning, that kind of Sahara desert, the curves of the sand dunes, that is really reflected in these rings. I love that chunky, solid gold ring look. I've always been a fan of that look. You'll have noticed if you followed me for a while, I've always worn quite chunky rings. But these for me are just perfect because they're so uniquely crafted in the shape and the style of them, but they're also so wearable. At the end of the day, it's a plain gold ring. So it's just so versatile, flexible. It looks chic on its own. You can just wear that for every day, for work, whatever. And then at night time, if you want a real statement, you could buy the set of 3 and have those all stacked, and it just provides something really, I don't know, statement, but not too in your face, if that makes sense. And then the other one I'm actually wearing today is a bit of a flatter style. So this kind of has a slight curve in it. I would say this is more of an everyday ring as well. It's not as chunky as the other, it's a bit flatter, like I say. It's got a little kind of ridge in it, so it just again has that unique element, and I feel like this is such a representation of my personal style, in that I like to wear classic things, but I always look for a little bit of a twist or a little bit of a difference, and I feel like this jewellery really, really reflects that well. And then following on from the initial rings, this is kind of a sister to those, if you like. It's a double ring attached together, but what I love about this is that it's got a slight gap in the middle, and again it's got those gorgeous curved lines in it. It's a real statement piece to have on your finger, but also so wearable and will go with absolutely everything in your wardrobe. Again, this is probably another favourite because it's very much like the others too. This for me is just kind of ideal ring actually. I absolutely love this. I have been wearing it a lot out and about, and yeah, like I say, it's a statement, but it's not too much, and you could wear it for a lot of different occasions. And then we have the rope detailed ring, which is absolutely beautiful. I was talking about before, inspired by the Berber baskets of Morocco, and this I love because it's just chunky, it's beautiful. You can layer this up, you can stack it. There's a million ways you can wear this, and it's so unique. I love that it's got this rope texture. I feel like the detail in this is beautiful because it's got all the lines running through the rope. It really replicates that. I think something to note about Northskull as a brand in general is that they really do pay attention to the details, and I think you can see that right within this ring. And yeah, it's just again a solid gold piece that you can pop on. It's noticeable, but it's not something that is too in your face that you couldn't wear it all the time. So I'm going to move on to bracelets and then we'll go on to necklaces because they're actually part of sets. So you can either buy them individually or buy them together and wear them at the same time because they're matching. So this bracelet I've got on is the chunkier out of the bracelets. It's got this beautiful clasp on it. I think this is my favorite part about this bracelet is the clasp. Again, it's just those attentions to detail, and if you notice in the actual clasp part that the ring loops into, it's so beautifully created in the lines that it's got. It's got slight bumps and dips to it, which I think just makes it so unique. To me, it really stands out as a piece because, again, that attention to detail. The actual bracelet part itself is this chunky chain loop, which I absolutely adore. I think this looks so nice if you're wearing maybe like a thin knit or a nice sleeve, and you can just put that over the top and it'll just stay in place like that. There's nothing worse than having a bracelet swinging around your wrist all the time. This one really stays in place, especially if you pop it on top of some fabric. So you could see over the top of this black fabric, just looks so nice and real statement standout piece. And then actually what I'll do is show you the matching necklace next. So this that I'm wearing now is the necklace that matches. Again, on this black fabric, I just think it works so well. It just kind of stands out. I love the shade of gold that it is, and again, really chunky but wearable. It's not one of those pieces that's so unique that you could only wear it with one type of top. For me, I could wear this with a variety of tops and it would go perfectly. So nice to dress up something really simple in the evening. I think just with a round neck jumper, so chic, and then with the matching bracelet. So what's matching about these is that they've both got the chunky chain loop, and then the little clasp is the same. So you could actually wear the clasp at the front like I've done, so you can really show off that detail, or you can wear it just as a chunky chain piece. So there's kind of multiple ways that you can wear this piece, which I really like about it. You don't have to just wear it with the clasp on show. So if you're looking for something a little bit more subtle, a little bit more everyday, or perhaps a present for somebody, then this is a beautiful, slightly thinner, slightly more delicate chain bracelet. Again, it's got a gorgeous clasp on it. The clasp is different to this one, but I love this. It's definitely a little bit more understated. It's a really elegant chain, I think. And what I love about this, again, you can see those details coming through, is that the chains aren't just like a plain loop. They actually have a groove running through every individual one, so that just makes it stand out from all the other chains out there. And I love the clasp on this. I just think it's a really nice clasp. Again, it kind of stands out and it stands its own as a clasp, but also blends in seamlessly. Just really strikes that nice balance. And again, just perfect everyday wear. Or I would definitely stack these up and make a real statement out of my wrist. They look so nice together and work well. That's another thing to say, actually. All these pieces are so interchangeable. So if you have a couple, don't just think you can wear them on their own or with the same, don't just think you have to wear this necklace with this bracelet. They're so interchangeable, and each piece all really falls nicely into each other. So you can create some really good mix and match looks with all of these pieces. And then, as I say, we have a matching necklace to the bracelet, and this is just, again, a beautiful gold chain with the grooving detail all throughout each individual chain, and then we've got the clasp, and this to me is the perfect chain. This is like the ideal size, it's the ideal weight. Also, none of these pieces are heavy. I know this looks like a chunky, well, it is a chunky necklace, but I barely feel like it's on. It just feels like a really nice weight on me. Going back to this chain, it is, to me, the perfect size, if you know what I mean. It's the perfect weight, it's the perfect size, individual links, and it actually fits perfectly on the neck as well. So I feel like if you're looking for that one gold chain that you can just wear all the time, then this is it. It's not too dainty that it just gets lost, but it's also not too statement that you can't wear it for every single occasion, every single day. This looks nice dressed up, and then dress down too. It's just so pretty. And finally, we come onto the earrings, which I'm really excited to share because I feel like there's something for everyone in these earrings. The first ones I'll talk about are these, which I've got in. I think these are kind of my favorite pair. I don't want to say that because I love them all so much, but I think these in terms of flexibility are my favorites. So they're kind of not too out there. They've got like a kind of double section almost with a little split down the middle, which resembles that double ring that I showed earlier with the slight split in the middle. So like I said, all these pieces are really interchangeable and work well together. They kind of flow on from each other. So these earrings that they've got, again, those curves to them that we were talking about with the Sahara and the sand dunes, and I just love that they're kind of so simple, but they're a real standout statement piece that I think you would notice. And I think that's I'm trying to get the right word for it because the collection reflects this as a whole, but it's just that idea of being so wearable but also unique at the same time. I think every piece really strikes that balance perfectly. And then these you could wear with a necklace like this, you could wear with the chain, you can wear with any of the rings that I'm showed because they would go perfectly with those. And they're just one of those pieces that I think everybody could wear, every generation, and just wear for any occasion too. And then if you're after just a real everyday piece, these are absolutely gorgeous. They're essentially a smallish chunky hoop, but if you look at the detail of them, they're just so stunning. Again, they've got the same details of the rings in that they're kind of curved, and I just think they're so unique. They're quite bold, but because they're just a smallish hoop, they really blend in seamlessly with an outfit and don't look too stand out. For me, these are the ideal go-to everyday pair. So then we couldn't have a small hoop without having a bigger hoop as well. You know, I just love wearing things like this in the evening, and again, it's got that split down the middle, so it just makes it really unique in terms of a hoop. We're so used to seeing just plain hoops that these are a real standout. And for me, what I really like and go to in a hoop is this like almost backless bit. I think that just looks so much more modern. And then again, this kind of double effect matches these earrings that I've got on at the moment. Again, it just kind of replicates throughout the collection, but they're really unique while still being just a nice hoop that you can put on in the evening, and yeah, or the daytime if you're feeling a little bit more extra. Again, a really nice wearable hoop are these rope ones, and these of course are the earring version of the rope ring we've got, so they're really nice to wear together. And again, they really, although the earrings, they've got that attention to detail through the rope, and they really do look just like rope. These are just such a nice wearable everyday ones. You'll be able to see these pieces as well all on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on there, it's at Lydia Jane Tomlinson, and I will be wearing these, of course, every day, and you'll probably see how I'm going to style them with different outfits, so you can get a feel for how I'm wearing them. But these to me are just, again, a really great everyday piece. So I have two more pairs of earrings to show you. These are a gorgeous, again, chunky hoop. They're a bit more chunky than the other ones that I shared, but they still have that effect of being a nice, bold little hoop that's not too much if you don't want a statement. Say if you've got quite a big necklace on like this, you want some slightly smaller earrings that still stand out but don't take over the necklace. So these again have got the beautiful shapes that are reflected throughout the collection, and this kind of matches this flatter ring that I was talking about earlier. They're just absolutely beautiful, so wearable. I feel like a lot of people would really, really like these and benefit from them in their wardrobes. So these are the final piece, and I think these again really replicate the inspiration of the collection with these beautiful lines that they've got throughout, and these are just so unique. I love this little kind of hook bit that they've got on the end. I just think that looks so chic. It just adds something so different, and again, they're just a simple piece but so unique and stand out, and that's what I love about these. They're so easy to wear. I think anybody could wear these, and they look beautiful. They look nice if you have your hair back, if you've got short hair, if you've got bigger hair. These again would be so pretty in the evening. I just think they'd go with absolutely everything. Can't really rave about them more. I'm just obsessed with these. Of course, it will all be linked below as well. So that is the entire collection. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm just so excited to see your reaction. And please do let me know if you're going to get a piece and which one. And also tell me why. I think it's quite nice to know what you've got planned to wear it with or what occasion, etc. It's always nice to know. I also just want to thank Northskull so much for giving me the opportunity to create this collection. It's kind of a dream come true moment for me because they're such a beautiful brand. They're really focused on creating that modern contemporary look that kind of fits seamlessly into people's everyday wardrobes. That's something that really stood out for me. As well, they're really careful with the suppliers they choose, and they're all vetted for their ethics and sustainability, which I think is amazing. As a predominantly online business too, they're very forward thinking and always looking for ways to improve the environmental aspect of their business too. So I think that's really important to note. If you have any questions, definitely pop them below if you want to know more about the collection. Also DM me on Instagram if you'd like, and I'll try and get back to you on there. And also let me know what you think of the pieces. I'm honestly so excited to see your reaction because I think you'll see how well that they fit into my style, and hopefully you'll really like them as well. So thank you so much for watching and for following along with me so far. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not already subscribed, and hopefully I will see you in my next video.